Hello out there, David with Zelectric here, and I got a new toy here. It's a Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and I'm going to press record, except the camera's over here. So this might give an interesting perspective on some of the cars that we have here today. We have some new faces, and let's take a look around and see what we have in the shop. Let's start with the 57 Beetle. 57 was the last year for the little oval rear window. Got bigger in 58. Some other differences on the 57 and the 58 as well. This car has a nice banjo steering wheel and a big old rag top. In 57 they had the key here on the right. 58 it moved over here. I have this teeny tiny little glove box. Let's turn this thing on. We don't have the back seat in right now because we are just starting to test drive this car. We got some mechanical things sorted out, and now we're going to put some real miles on the car. It has the Big M Motorola radio that has been I can't remember what his name is. You can find him on a website called thesamba.com, and what he does is he takes these old radios and converts them to 12 volt, puts Bluetooth in them, so you have, this is now your interface for a modern stereo system with you know, an amp and great speakers or what have you, which we'll put in here next. So this is where the original speaker went. So really beautiful dash, aside from the post-it notes, which we are still needing while we're troubleshooting the car. But our client really wanted to keep the dash looking like it did originally, so we're not going to drill any holes in this beautiful thing. The dash is incredibly simple. Speedometer, that's it. This was, you know, an option. Your key, your cute little ashtray here. So we tucked the gauges into the glove box for this car, so we can see the voltage. That's really all we need. Percentage of the battery pack. That's wrong because our voltage is about, we're about half full. So we're just wrapping this one up, putting some real miles on it. I don't know if I can shut that all the way. And yeah, this is a cute little, whoops. Okay, the horn only works in this area. That's why this is called the honk zone. We need to sort that out. Horns are very mysterious on old Volkswagen for some reason. They're all hooked up a little bit different. Beautiful interior, a little dusty, but that'll go away easy. One visor, because why does your passenger need a visor? And that's it for the 57 Beetle. Well, this guy was the oldest car that we had in the shop. This beats it by 1 year. This is actually a 56 Carmen Ghia. And in 1956, the front end of this was a little bit different. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but this is what they call a low light Ghia. So the lights are kind of sloping down in the front. Just really fantastic. This car just came in last week. It still has the engine in it. We've taken the beautiful gas tank out. Look at the size of that radio, 6-volt radio, which we're not going to do anything to that. We'll leave it in there. It'll just have a nice warm glow in the dash. I don't even think we're going to put a stereo in this car. Beautiful two-tone paint. I don't know what the name of this color is, but it's just fantastic. This car, our owner has had it for about 15 years. It was restored by Lenny Coop, who just specializes in vintage Volkswagens and does fantastic work. The engine is going to come out today or tomorrow, and our client is going to keep it. Ooh, I just realized one thing I'm going to show you here on this car, because I just saw the two little pea shooter exhaust. Let's turn this guy on. And one of these is reverse. Pull the switch to go in reverse. You don't need to use the shifter. Forgot to mention that. And look at that. Can you see that? We tucked the backup lights into the wheel arches, which is something we won't have wanted to do for a long time. And I really love the way that that looks. And it's going to freak some VW people out when they see that. Okay, off. Ooh, nice close. This is fantastic. It's going to make us all very nervous here for a while. Luckily, it has a little scratch in here from the garage. I mean, the owner drove it, he used it. Although it hasn't been running for a couple of years because, you know, engine issues. Look at this. I wore my corduroy shirt. I don't know if it'll pick up. Also corduroy. Beautiful interior, square weave carpet. Beautiful steering wheel. Very simple dash. 1956. Again, we have this cute little, what do you call these? Cigarette things? Ashtrays. The speakers up here on the dash. In the older Gias, look at where the ignition is. It's in the same spot where the Porsches are from the 356 on the left-hand side. Just a few gauges. I think this one, no. Which one is that your choke? Okay, we're going to repurpose that, maybe for reverse or regen, not sure yet. Much bigger glove box for some reason. Well, not for some reason in the Ghia. The Ghia is actually a wider car, has a wider pan than the Beetle, so there's more room from side to side. So the batteries in the Ghia in the Ghia will all get tucked back behind here, and the rest will be up front. I guess they even had enough room for 2 visors here in the Ghia, so your passenger gets one. Don't want to force that, and the driver gets one. And one of the nicest things with the Ghia, 2 lights for your license plate, and this beautiful script. All right, on to the thing. This thing hopefully will be having those wheels spin this week. We have everything that we need wired up in the car. I know there's a lot going on here, but when we're done, this is all going to be covered up. You'll just see a little hole here. This is your high voltage battery charger. This is the 12 volt battery charger that lives under the back seat. This is the motor's controller. This is for a small cooling system. This is part of the motor's cooling system to keep that computer running cool. There's your motor, and that's about it for this guy. We just had to weld in a new battery tray because a lot of cars need that. Your 12 volt battery had acid that would boil over and drip out and ruin your car. This is our new contactor box for the car. Those are all the connections for the relays and fuses for the high voltage system. And for some reason, this car has a banjo steering wheel, which was like a 50s car thing. But to each his own. That's our client's favorite steering wheel, so it's staying with the car as the fun bar to hold surfboards. And I'm excited about this. I don't know if you can see that, but that is for your Tesla charge plug. Because of course, half of our clients, I think, have Teslas. So he can just use the charger that he already has in his house on the thing and yeah, make it easy. One less thing to buy. All right, cool. just got a delivery from UPS, and it's for the Thing. Gonna put up Halloween decorations. It's Columbus Day today, so that's why nobody's here. One guy is sick, and the other guy doesn't come in on Mondays. So I'm here all by myself, wasting time. We have a lot of 3D parts printed. Whoopsie. Oh, look at these guys. Send, cut, send. Ooh, Mike and Ike watermelon. Yum. These panels, which I'm not going to unwrap, but these guys are going to help cover all this stuff up in the Thing. So this is the shiny side. Anyway, they'll go like that. So you just see a few slits there. Really won't see anything. It's going to allow for cooling to come in through there, through here. There'll be some gaps around, get sucked in through the fan, go out the bottom, just to keep the air circulating. So put those on tomorrow. Here are the custom wheels that we have for this bus. This highly modified double cab. We're going to take the Fuchs off. I'm going to put these air-cooled 17-inch wheels on the car. And yeah, they'll fit because this car is on airbags. It's been settling over the weekend, so it might be a little bit low. But this truck has been heavily modified. And we put some real miles on it now, dialing everything in. It's really the most, from a body standpoint, the most highly modified car that we have ever done. And of course it has a Tesla motor, a small drive unit. There's your charge port. Beautiful bed, beautiful new varnished wood slats. It's awaiting its rear bumper. What's going on back here? Compressors for the airbags, radiator for the cooling system, Tesla batteries right here, Tesla motor right there, another compressor for the airbag system. All that stuff is up underneath the bus, the whole airbag. The tanks and everything are up underneath the bus. Safari windows, front and back. A sunroof in a double cab. They never came with these. This is all custom work. Custom fourth door. These came with 3 doors. Your 2 doors up front, 1 door way back there for your crew. This is the crew cab. They were never walk through like this. There was, a wall here. Your spare tire went back here. This is all new interior, as you can tell. It's pretty lovely. I did a 100-mile drive the other day in these seats, all in one shot. Fantastic. I guess these have good lumbar support. Let me get the key and turn this thing on. Okay, I got my key. This one will make a lot of noises when it starts up. It just lifted up. The airbags are going to come on. That compressor, you can probably hear, is making its noise, doing its thing. Let's see, this is our fuel gauge. GPS powered speedometer. We have a Willwood electronic brake, lights, forwards, reverse. We're using tape right now because we're just road testing it. Eventually these will all go away and we'll have nicer looking labels for this. You probably have never seen this in a bus. This is kind of taboo, super custom thing, but there's an Apple CarPlay system in this bus, which has a fantastic sound system. That's all hiding underneath the back seat. The batteries are further back underneath the bed of the car. Okay, kind of a bummer. My glasses ran out of power. They get charged up in this cool little case. So that's very nice, but I started out at about 75%, did my videos. You're not seeing all the videos that I shot. I have to redo things. Everything has to be just right. The airbag stopped making all of its noise, so let me just show you a couple more things in this car. This is our new push button interface that we have. I'm not stepping on the brake, so I should not be able to put it in reverse, right? Yay! Good, that works. Or forwards. I'll step on the brake, put it in reverse, and there's our backup camera. Don't trust it. Always look behind you, but this is good to, you know, make sure no little kids are back there or dogs or whatever, you know, in a parking lot. So that's nice to have. That's about it for this car. Here's our airbag control pad. Willwood emergency brake, because we have no cable powered brake. So we have disc brakes all around. Have you heard that little whir? Your brake is off. Now your brake is on. And all right, I might take you for a drive in my next video. Okay, here's a thing that we need to take care of. The backup lights are still on, even though I turned off the car. So one more note to add to this car. The backup lights need to be on the key. Otherwise, this will, you know, drain your 12-volt battery over the weekend, just like it would in any car. Here's the fantastic Irish green Tesla-powered Porsche. There's the Tesla motor. Normally we have a trunk in this. Well, not normally. We do have a trunk in this. We just pulled it out to test everything in the car. We've been doing that for about a week, road testing it, making sure everything's in order with the car. Let's hop in here and see what this car feels like. Needs a vacuum. Put my foot on the brake, turn it on. You hear a click of the contactors firing up the system. Everything's ready to go. That's your voltage for your battery, your 12-volt battery. That's very good. And we don't have little push buttons for this car. This is the first Tesla Porsche that we did, so we have this older interface. There's your reverse, and there's your drive, if you can see that drive, reverse. Like a modern car, these things won't come on if your foot is not on the brake. So I don't know if you can see it, we just have a brake and a throttle there, and if my foot is not on the brake, I can't go into reverse. So that's a nice little safety feature. And Porsche, the ignition on the left, like that old Gia. So this is the car that we're currently reselling for the client. It's been used just 250 miles over, I think, 3 years. It's been kept in a climate-controlled garage, and it's just a fantastically fun car to drive. Check out the videos. Jay Leno said it was the best electric car that he's ever driven. So, and he really meant it. He had a fun time driving the car, and you will too. Okay. There are a number of deletes on this car that are very minimal. It's been debadged. All of the glass has been changed to polycarbonate. Come around over here. There's no cable latches anymore. They're all these type of rubber hold downs, which are really nice. So this is the only hint that it's a Porsche, other than, well, the fantastic body of the car. Fuel tank delete, and I'm blanking out on all the other deletes. So I think the you know, there's no, okay, I locked it up because I was driving it over the weekend. Let's go back over here. The dash is very minimal. There's nothing there. There's no glove box. There's no radio controls. Super minimal. Shifter delete. That's the other one. There's a few more. Easy. The trunk goes back in. I hope it's easy. Gotta get the angle just right. There's a little lip there. Everything's set on. Ouch. And of course there's something to pinch your finger on. There, that drops in there like that. There's a coolant reservoir here. And the high voltage power switch, maintenance switch to turn it off and on. Put in the carpet. Grab these little covers. Get this little plug in here. Boop. Little carpet. Tuck that in. Tuck that in. Put this on here so nothing, things shift around in the trunk back here, which is a weird thing to say in a Porsche. But if things shift around here, nothing will turn off this your power. There you go. Okay, have a good one. See you next time.